Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
ആവണി
ഹലോ സർ, നമുക്ക് സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യാം.
സ്റ്റാർട്ട് ചെയ്യും.
Okay. Good evening and a warm welcome to everyone. We are delighted to have you all join us for the webinar entitled Technology Unskilled of Educators and Teacher Educators, a thought-provoking session on a very timely and relevant topic. First of all, I extend a warm welcome to our dearest principal, Dr. Sunit Kumar Jain. We are also honored to have with us our esteemed resource person, Mr.Vaibhav Verma from the Department of Educational Studies, Jamia Milla Islamia University. I also welcome all the participants who have joined for the session, wishing you all a very engaging and an enlightening session. Thank you all. Now, let's begin the session. Vaibhav sir, please.
First of all, very good evening to all of you present over here at such a time when there is a digital learning paradox, when there is abundance of information resources readily available on the internet, and still we are having this meeting to learn and to seek what practical challenges and what exactly we need to follow. So first of all, I would like to know that everyone is of educational background, right? B.Ed, M.Ed, or practicing teaching, right? Sure. So with your permission, Dr. Sunit, may I start?
Sir.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you for this opportunity to have. I think I would need the host controls to share my screen, right? Let me see if it's available. Dear participants, I would request you all to be interactive in a way, not to speak or not to turn on your cameras, because that would be uncomfortable for you if you seem so, if you feel so. But I would like you to actively participate in each activity which we will be doing today. So if my voice is perfectly audible to you and my screen is visible to you, I will be starting this session. Any query you have, you may drop in the chat box, and we will have a query session also at the end. So, the screen is visible. Anyone can give me a green go.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you. Dear friends, so the today's topic, the title of this session is Technology Unskilled. So what does technology unskilled particularly mean? Let us brainstorm a bit. Is this a bad thing? Is this a label to have that you are not skilled enough? You are not technologically sound or tech savvy as a teacher, as a learner, whichever your role is. So, uh, can I just drop it down? Yeah. Well, technology unskilled does not particularly mean a label a bad thing. This just means that many of us are not have not got the exposure or the training or the practice. And the surprising thing is that many of the educators never got a formal training for this, how to teach like a tech savvy or integrate technology in their classrooms. So today we will try to grasp many things, many components, many aspects of teaching learning process where the technology can be integrated. How will we integrate them and with what tools for educators and for teacher educators, prospective educators also. So starting this, a question arises that have you ever wondered how tech savvy teachers teach? Have you ever attended their classes? Or have you ever seen some videos or some edtech notes of lectures? No. But what makes them tech savvy? This is the important question for you all today. How we categorize ourselves as tech savvy. What does tech savvy mean? That is basically mean familiarity with technology to integrate, but in what discipline? As we all are majorly from educational discipline, so we need to revolve around the teaching learning process. There is a famous quote by Dr. Professor Ray that technology will not replace teachers. Somewhere it is also written as computers will not replace teachers, but teachers who use technology will probably replace those who not. With this quote, we will try to be in the next category where we are the tech savvy, but we don't need to be tech savvy. We just need to be tech willing. That we don't have to be expert in the field. We don't have to be particularly expert in some platform, some tools for a particular section or components like assessment or delivery of instructions. No, we just need to be tech willing. We need to integrate a few tools, technologies in our classrooms to facilitate learning in a way that the learning outcomes are enhanced, right? Before that, we will try to understand what are the tech trends which are currently going on. But what does that mean? That is basically the development or any change, because this is a dynamic field, right? Education is a dynamic field where everything changes with time. Now we are talking about experiential learning. Somewhere back around 5 years ago, we were heavily emphasizing on constructivism, learning by doing, and all with the past decade. But these changes will be there and always will be there. So we have to move with the trends, right? In education, where we have to understand how we deliver things, how resources are accessed, or the implementation of tech or digital technologies in our classroom. Three most important trends which I have brought you today. First of all is increased accessibility. How technology can facilitate in increasing accessibility. We have heard that there is a digital divide. Digital divide will always be there, not only for teachers, not only for students or the general population. There is a divide, and that is a practical thing. We have tried for many years to bridge the gap, but it will be there. It will always will be there. But how we can integrate or facilitate technology in a way to increase the accessibility. There is also a statistics by GEM report, which is Global Educational Monitoring by UNESCO in the year 2023, which states that many of the teachers lack the confidence to integrate technology in their classrooms. But we will not be in those category, right? After this lecture, let's see. The second is time and place flexibility. We all know after COVID, there is a drastic change in this aspect that there is no need to be structured, systematic, or synchronous classrooms. We got many online courses, we got online teaching wherever we are, whenever we can. We did that. So the flexibility it provides is a basic and important trend which have attack bought us. The interactive engagement. How will our teaching practice, the process will be interactive. So we will learn through few examples, because there are many, a whole ocean of tools readily available, free of cost. Many of the features are premium based, payment based, but there are plenty. So we will just pick up one or two in each category and then move on. So these three will be our trends which will we be following in the next 30-40 minutes. But just like I said, the trends will focus on the teaching learning process. So what does the teaching learning process have in it? First of all, where does teaching starts? In the classroom directly when a teacher enters, or in the staff room when the teacher's plans how will I uh, act and prepare, or how will I enter the classroom and uh, seek the attention of the students, the learners. So all the things are necessary, right? We have learned in our B.Ed amid that there are teaching skills, micro teaching skills. So lesson planning and preparation. So of what skills to be utilized, what content to be utilized is one of the components of the process, and we will be learning what tools can facilitate that. Content delivery and instruction is another. Classroom management. We all are teachers, right? We know these things. Assessment and feedback, the most important. When we see the triarchic structure of teaching learning process, like teaching is there, learning is there, assessment is there, right? And how can student or teachers collaborate with each other, communicate with each other, and how professional development can help us teacher educators to enhance our classroom outcomes. So these learning teaching process, the first one is, Acha, before we continue to the learning process, have you ever heard of Bloom's taxonomy? If you have heard of Bloom taxonomy, I wish to know in the chat box what is that and what are the steps or what are the stages in that. If anyone knows, they can drop the text. The coordinators, student coordinators can check on it, right? Also, if anyone have a query at the spot, they can just turn on their mic and speak, right? So when we see the Bloom taxonomy, which was revised in one time, there is also a digital taxonomy of Bloom's, like an updated version, we can say, if it will be visible to you all, where from the baseline, remembering stage to creating stage, they have suggested activities with digital tools which we teachers as learners and as educators can integrate, or uh, we can have that in our planning and preparation part, right? So
എന്നെ വിളിച്ചായിരുന്നു ഇടയ്ക്ക് ഞാൻ കട്ടാക്കിയതാ.
yes, okay. So from remembering to understanding, applying, and creating, starting from searching and bookmarking, copying, pasting, to blogging, filming, and directing, such as many of our teachers have created MOOCs or learning materials also. So we will have these in mind while will we be understanding the concepts of lesson planning and preparation to the professional development. So what are the tools for the first step of teaching learning process? I have shortlisted 8, but we will be having or interacting with one or two in this area, right? So there is a whole list. I will be sharing this PPT with the principal, sir. Okay, so starting from Google Classroom. Google Classroom is a kind of LMS, learning management system, where we can organize or plan lessons, distribute materials. But this is not the only thing Google Form do. Like when we will be moving to the assessment and evaluation part, Google Form will still be there, or the whole workplace will be there. Like there is a whole array of things. Teacherlogy is there, Lesson Up is there. Teacherlogy is a platform which provides free worksheets or lesson plan teaching resources to us. I hope everyone have their smartphones with them if they are joining through laptops. I want you all to please scan this QR for me, and we will meet at the Teacherlogy platform. So I will be also scanning this together with you all. Okay. I would also request the coordinators to, when they scan, a link will pop up, and to drop that link in the chat box of this Zoom meeting, please. So when you scan, any one of the participants can just ping that. this is going to be some kind of interactive session, and a session where you will be the highlights or the major concerns of me and the objectives of this workshop come lecture series, right? So what I want you to do is scan this QR, go to that website, Teachology, and there is a worksheet readily. I have picked up that worksheet for you, and I want you to answer the question number 2 of the worksheet and answer that in the chat box, please. The QR is visible to everyone, right?
Yes, but the question are not there. Where is the question? Where are the questions?
When you scroll down that website, there will be a embedded form of a PDF. If that is not visible in your device, you can just download that. Okay,
Okay, okay.
that
Thank
is
you.
a website. I will also be going there. Let us move. This was the report which I was talking about, the UNESCO.
Do we need to download that PDF?
You don't need to download it right away. You can just answer the second question of it in the chat box.
Second question. Okay, thank you, sir.
When I'm presenting, I cannot see the, yeah. So this screen will pop up, Teachology. I want you to answer the second question in this worksheet. What is pronounced like a single letter written with 3 letters, and most animals have 2 of them? The screen is visible, right?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. These platforms, these freely available platforms, do have a lot of ads on it. Yes.
Eyes.
Eyes. Yes. Huh. Exactly. So this is a sample of this was a sample of a worksheet, and there at this particular website there are thousands of readily available worksheets which we can search as per our topics. For example, like I want a worksheet for social science subject, so I will directly move to the social science, and where these are the topic list, specific topic list. Like if I want to do the social science, what that particular topic will be talking about. So these are readily available with answers also, right? But if I want to search specifically for geography, so there are 5 results found. Ocean worksheets are there, and let us open the ocean worksheet. And in this we will see, let us pick any. Few of them are like this: basic direct putted question or puzzles. Worksheet, printable worksheets are there. You can directly print that and use in your classroom, or you can sign up and make a worksheet and drop it here so that others can also use. So if I want a C in geography, a worksheet for C, I don't know if it's completely visible. I think it's broken, but this is one of the readily available worksheets platform, right? Just like that, Google Classroom we will be covering at the evaluation stage or at the LMS stage. So when we have planned, we have prepared our lectures, worksheets is kind of brainstorming task we can use that for. Other than that, when we talk about content delivery and instruction, there are few tools such as this PPT is also made with Canva. Canva for education we can make, starting from PowerPoint, Microsoft PowerPoint, or Google Slides. Kahoot is there for instruction as well as what we can say is to assess the learning, right? 10 tools are there for delivery and instruction. We will be going towards Kahoot. So I again want you to scan this. You will be scanning a lot of QRs today, and at the end, we will be learning how to make a QR through a URL, right? We can directly make that just like this one, or we can customize through various platforms. So whenever anyone please scan this and drop the link in the chat box, please. The QR is visible, right?
Yes.
So this is a kind of platform many of us have heard. This can be a live interaction with students in a playful manner, a gamification of concepts with questions or with the information about particular topic. So what I have picked today is about Earth, which this particular content was made by NASA. You can scan this QR also on the screen, or the game pin is there, right? I will be sharing the link also. Hmm. I request all the participants to please follow the link in the chat box and be here. I can see you. I am waiting for the participant to start this interactive game based learning, waiting for you all. When we will have the any 5 participants, I will start the game for a demonstration. Please. Yeah. You can access this website, right? Without any logins. Please follow this link and be here. This is going to be a very cheerful play activity. We have a lot in our tray today, so I request all to be actively engaged in this so we can move and we can cover as maximum as the tools and technologies which we can integrate in our classrooms. Yeah, 2 participants are here only. No issues. Dr. Sunit, how much time will I be having? Around till 9:30?
9:30. 1 hour.
I'm not able to hear. Okay, just for the demonstration, I will be starting this. Okay, we have 5, 6. We will only have 2 questions of this particular session. Okay, I see Shifali is here, Natasha, Rahul, and others. I'm starting this game right now. Okay, so what this platform particularly do is it presents the questions with options on the screen. If imagine we are having a smart classroom, the questions will pop up like this. There will be a few seconds gap, and then there will be these options. So what the participant which we have with us here will see only the shapes in the options at their screens in mobile phone or whichever device they are using. So how long does it take the sunlight to reach the earth? That is our first question. We can customize the timings for each question in that, the options, any image we would like to have, and all. Also, as this is a live engagement with students, we will be having live records of who responded in the time duration and who not. But who specifically answered the correct question or not. They are there, right? So the teacher controls that if they want to move to the next question or not. So if uh, if I next this, then only it will follow. So none of the students answered that. So how fast does the earth move in its orbit around above the sun? We will having only two questions. We are having only two questions for that. One answer we have got. Also, a special thing about Kahoot is we don't particularly need to have a live session always. We can make this presentation as assignment and start by giving them an assignment. So again, none of the student correctly answered this question with their options. We are having another last of this platform for a double score answer. The moon destiny density is what percentage of the Earth's? Last question we will having. Only few students joined this. Also, the teacher can also skip the question if they want, like that. I'm sorry for that particular skipping of the question. So we have got three answers from five participants. Others have left, I think. So there will always be a game pin popped up at the screen. This is particularly for a okay. So everyone picked each, right? Someone will be correct. Sure. So we can end it anytime. We can customize it from here, like to show questions and answers, what characters to be utilized for each students or participants. How will the background will be a spring season or a standard classroom type setting, contrast, and many other customizations are there. And the teacher can always end it without the test being completed. The scoreboard, the leaderboard will be there. Who scored? Which student scored the highest with scoring points? So that is a particular category of gamification to score or to achievement based learning. We can say that the child feels some kind of achievement they have by playing games, right? So this was one example. Okay, that particular game is now over. Moving to the next part. For classroom management, we have plenty of tools. Class Dojo, Classrooms, Google Classrooms, Socrative, that is also a widely known platform. Now we will be moving towards Google Classroom platform. For that, a sample classroom I will be making. Let me know if I'm moving too fast, if I have to keep my pace intact with you all, and if uh, my talks are understandable to you. Let me know in the chat box, please. Okay. We can go from here, sign in, or we can directly just like here and Google Classroom. So what in today's lecture we will be learning how to make a Google Classroom and how to manage a classroom. First of all, when you log in, this screen will be visible to you all. You will be seeing which classroom you are enrolled or what are your classroom as a teacher or as a learner, right? So at the home page, or let me just the typical thing about using many profiles of Chrome is this, that there are various profiles to have, right? Okay, no issues. Okay, so I made this particular classroom of the organizers college name today. We will be learning how to make just like this one. So this plus sign will be visible to you all at the right upper corner to create or to join a class. So we will be creating a classroom. Continue. The class name, we have to decide a class name. So let us say this is webinar 23. That is our class name. 23 is the section. Subject is technology, unskilled. Room number 23 we can, or we can just left it, leave it blank. So when you create a classroom, you can always customize it from here. You can have a class work. You can create a classwork, whether that is an assignment or a quiz assignment. You can ask questions, post materials, or reuse any post. So let us start by questioning our class. What will be our question? Are you learning anything new in this webinar? Okay, that is a short answer based question, or multiple we can select. We can also attach, we can also create any of the following, such as we can attach a Google Docs file for reference or for some material to put. We can add drawings, sheets, or forms, particularly any link, any YouTube or a Drive link. So when we do this, what class is this for? I am currently in webinar 23 class. Next class, or we can ask same question in multiple classes at the same time. So I will be only selecting webinar 23. All students are selected. There, as there are no students currently, there is no point of saying that. Due date, when to answer. I can take tomorrow as the due date for this particular answer, particular question. We can schedule when we will be asking this question, or we can schedule anything we put in our classroom. Okay, this is a question. How many students got it? How many assigned it? Or how many responded to it? We can see all that. If I were to assign an some work to students in my Google Classroom, I will just say work MBCU webinar 23. Instructions are attempt all questions. Right. I can attach a Google form in this. Like if I'm attaching a Google form, it will automatically create a Google form, and I will say that work MBSC workshop 23. I have to click here and it will automatically take the form's title. Description is attempt all questions. Right. Question is whichever. Okay, like I learn a new concept. When I put a question, it will automatically suggest a few options to that. If the question type is multiple choice, we will also be learning how to make a Google form and how to attach certificates to it. There are plenty of topics to cover, but the time limit does not allow us, I think. So this will be our Google form attached to the assignment. So this assignment will be like that. We can publish it and it will be assigned. I can refresh that and the Google form title will reflect in that. The work will be in the draft mode currently. It's here now. I can assign it to all participants with due date of let's say tomorrow only, and then assign. So whenever I assign anything or I say anything at the uh, Google Classroom, it will automatically be reflected. Can someone please remove this mark, whoever have put that in here, right? So I can manage the students as I'm the teacher. I can invite another teacher of this particular classroom, and I can invite particular students also. Classwork is here. I can stream anything. I can show the QR and join them. Upcoming events will be here, like here. It can be seen what to review and how many are reviewed. So the teacher can directly assign marks, review the assignments from this particular platform as a learning management system LMS. So this was another classroom I made for this, and a new assignment was posted. So it will be popped up like this, and it will mail each of the students in the classroom. Okay. Moving on to the next item in our uh, today's session. Can someone please scan this particular software used for classroom feedback? Next item is classroom and feedback evaluation. Google Forms we will be learning and quizzes we will be learning. Most of them are also there. Mentimeter is a very good platform. We will also be learning in that at the end of our session today. Socrative is there. So when you scan this QR, you will be directed towards quizzes. So quizzes is a platform particularly used for assessment and evaluation. Let's see if I will be able to drop a QR or a link, right? Quizzes.
The access is blocked.
The thing about quizzes is that it requires a login. So
Okay.
it will only allow people who are signed up, who have an account to log in. Sure. So if any one of you or particularly interested candidates can sign directly from Google and participate in this particular quiz, Quizzes is also a very good platform. If you cannot directly, okay. Sure. Swati is here. We will be having 3 to 5 participants. Then we can just uh, see what quizzes or the interface looks like, how the interface of quizzes platform looks like, and how we can integrate that, or we can use this particular platform in our classroom settings, or by uh, seeking the attention of students by gamification and all. So let me know if you have logged in, or you can join through this link. Natasha is here. So I'm just starting because we have many things to cover. Okay. Let me know if your test has started. Okay, the test has started. So what the teacher sees here is the teacher sees each of the students' performance. Like there are 6 items, 6 questions in total in this particular test which were made. So like Swati, I have attempted single question till now, and just like that. For teachers and for students, the interface is different. Later, the leaderboard will be there, and the teacher can always control the systems. Like if I want to see uh, this particular student's accuracy, average time they are taking for each item, how many correct items they have responded to, unattempted how many, and that all for each students. 17% accuracy or 33 time taken and everything. So like this, the teacher will always get in hand readily available reports of each students for their anecdotal records or portfolio of each student which they have to create, they have to maintain a record of, right? Anyone completed all 6 questions? Yeah, Natasha done all 6 question, all 6 correct. Very nice. Sure, the teacher can always end it anytime. Like if I want to end the test, the times is up. So test after the test ends, the highlights will be visible to the teacher. Longest question was what was the longest question, the class accuracy of each question, and each stats of particular student. Like if I want to see stats, okay, Sridharan has also corrected all the 6 questions in that. So what the teacher can do, download the results or directly email the parents, particular students' parents, which will be um, inputted by the teacher in this particular platform. We can do that. Or like this was a live um, assessment, the teacher can always assign as a homework, like 1 day, 1 week, whatever the time limit is, and can be integrated toward Microsoft Teams or Google Classroom as LMS. Okay, moving further, Google Forms. So I will be creating a quick Google form with you guys right now. Like this was a particular Google form made for practice, like how I will be going towards the demonstration. So whenever you start making a Google form, the screen will be like this. The first thing is you have to do is uh, fix a appropriate title. So like MB College of Education webinar series, webinar series. You have to click here for the form's title, webinar 23. The Google form must always have a clear and crisp title, a particularly detailed description. We can always customize that, such as if I will be making this as a registration form, I will be having the names and contact details of each. Like names is required by default. Name is not a multiple choice question, it will be a short answer. There are plenty of options to have short paragraph as per the item or as per the questions needed to ask, right? So but when we have to convert this into an assessment type, so what will we be doing? Going to the settings, making this quiz, and release marks after manual search or immediately after submission. The points of marks, the responses, if we have to collect the emails, verified emails, or whatever the respondents input. Limit we can set, and collection of emails or deferred questions are there. Right. After submission, what will be presented to the um, individual? Let's see. Thank you for participating. Sure. So let's have your name as a short answer. How did you like the content of today's session? This is a question. Multiple choice. Ratings are there. I have to put answer keys. Sure. So I will be having this as multiple choice question. Very good or very bad. Only two we are having right now. 2 marks for each. Correct answer is very good and done. So now this is an example of a single question only. Coming towards the end, add-ons. When you add on, you can select Certify M or search for it if you have not enabled Certify M. So we have to enable Certify M for particular forms. When it's enabled, you can always customize the forms for detailing, for making direct certificates. Just after the individual responds to that, if their total overall score will be more than the threshold, set threshold of passing percentage, the certificate will be automatically generated and email will be uh, sent by CertifyM by Google directly. So we can turn on this automatic certification. We can have certificate records directly, like this is turned on right now. We can have certificate records like this. Okay, so this will be made like identify which identifier we have, total score, percentage passed, or certificate ID. So I will be having one more questions like designation we can have. Okay, so passing percentage is, let's see, 50%. The template of the certificate are here. We can change that template. They are readily available template by CertifyM, and these certificates are made on Google Sheets so that the Google Forms and Sheets can work in alignment. Other than that, you can also upload or create any certificate of your choice. Let's say I am having this particular certificate to be made. Okay, I have selected this and it's done. Sure. And we can always have a sample email for ourselves. And in the daily quota, there are around 56 to 58 uh, emails which we can send. Advanced options are there. Advanced option, what we can do is the message shown, which we also put as the in the settings also. Name of the center. If we do not put our name of the center like this, we can put MBCE webinar 23 name. Subject we can put certificate of participation, and the content body. Let's see. Okay, dear participant, thank you for attending. Okay, so this body will be there. If we want to send the certificate in BCC mode for our records, we can do that. We can select image or PDF type or email type, date and the certificate name. We can save the changes. Okay, so now what we have to do is, let us minimize it. We have to publish this Google form. Let us publish this. Now it's live. We can always customize also the header. We can customize the question type. We can customize from colors to a header image also. We can have like, let's see, we can put this. So it will be visible here. We can always customize, and as per the image, the Google will also modify the color contrasts. We can preview like how will this be looking. Sure. So let us have the link from here left to the published section. We will shorten the link, copy, and then I will be uh, filling this form with my another ID. I can also have you guys to see that, but that will cause chaos as a certificate will be generating from this particular sample. So like say I will answering my name, let us say researcher, and as there is only a single item to be analyzed from 2 marks, I will be submitting this form. So I will be viewing my scores if they are here. Okay, I have done. Okay, so I have to remove answer keys or make it 0 from these particular sections or these questions when we not need. Okay, so we will refresh this or we can just refresh this again as I was not passed in that. So I will again filling this form. And very good. Okay. So when I submit this, thank you for participation. It's visible here. I will be viewing my scores directly. So 2 out of 2, I have got like 100%. And in a while, I will be receiving a certificate by automation. I have filled this form and I will be, yeah, okay. The reason why I'm not getting a certificate is because we have not uh, asked maybe for emails in this. Let me see. Automatic certification was off, which is why it was not um, sent. So we have to be particular about these also. Through certificate records, let's see. A responses I have received. Okay, the process is same. I think there is there is a discrepancy in this. Let's see. For example, if this is a this is a sample Google form for generating certificates, and this is closed. Let me see. Settings, publish, accepting responses. I have attended this session with full attention. I know how to make Google Forms and I can apply. Okay. So if when I submit this, I can see the accuracy and from my what we see show controls. Okay. So when I filled this form, I have received this particular certificate having the name which I put there and the automatically generated certificate. Like here is the name, here is an objectifier, whether that is a designation or university name, the title of the program, passing percentage, and this tag, this watermark will be there always for certify M. So these will be distributed evenly as per the passing percentage. Okay. Moving further, uh, I want you to have that Mentimeter, engage with the Mentimeter software. Okay, for collaboration, we can have this list of particular tools which we can use, like Google Docs and Drive and others. Okay, for professional development, I wish to have that the teachers here know about a few software such as Coursera or Edutopia, TeacherTube, or the Google for Education Training Center. Other than that, Udemy is also there, where plenty of courses, reasonable prices are there, free courses are there for professional development. TCS Ion Digital Teaching Hub also offers a particular course on how to become a digital teacher or have technology integrated classrooms. But when we talk about integrating EdTech into pedagogical practices, many of the things we have to focus on. Like when we integrate, whether the classroom type will be a flipped classroom or a synchronous classroom, I will take only 5-8 minutes to wrap up. Okay, so blended learning can be there, gamification we have already uh, we saw that, and differentiated instruction. So how differentiated instructions can be there, like in the Google Classroom there was an option to select the students for whom we have to assign that particular task or assignment. From the assessment of Kahoot or quizzes, we got to know specific students leaderboard or records, that which are the areas he's lacking, they are lacking or not. Few challenges are there, such as access challenges will always be there, digital divide. We understood that. Digital literacy is a major concern. As I said, that the report by UNESCO stated many of the teachers did not have formal education or formal training for integrating EdTech or the confidence to integrate them in their classrooms. Sometimes there are talks about data privacy also, or over reliance on technology. When we see the classrooms, the teacher always comes with a PPT and deliberately teaches through the PPT only without seeking any other resources, such as they can incorporate videos for the hooking, for the initial uh, stage of micro teaching or the classroom interaction, so they can play a video and ask and talk, discuss about the things. So what strategies we can use to integrate that? We have to start small. Like for assessment, we have to start step by step. Like we have to learn how to make Google Forms and then slightly integrate them into our practice. Like from one time to every time, we will be having assessment like that. Clear instructions should be there, and the goals should be smart, like specific, timely, and all. Right? We have to particular we have to be particular about reflection and adaptation in that, as a learner, as a teacher, and as a educator also, researcher also. Professional support through FDP or CDPs will be there, right? So this is the last part and the last activity of today. I would want you to scan this, and we will move to our most awaited software, which is engaging and we can say very much attention seeking, we can say. Like, please scan, someone please scan this and put the link in the chat box. When you scan this, anyone who reaches to the website, please let me know. please follow this link so that we can have a interaction there. Okay. Let me know if you have joined there, if anyone is at that multimeter interface. I will not be knowing as this does not allow us to know that how many are here or not. But let's hope when I start this, there are people. So when I apply this Mentimeter software or the platform, it will be live. So when I present it, I cannot see the participants if they have joined here, or let us see if it allows us. Okay. So I will be presenting this. If you guys are here, then if you have followed that link, the particular website will automatically be aligned with the moment I will be having. So, like the first question, if I have, if anyone can answer that, it will be reflected on here. Like it can be a single word, or it can another word, or anything. Like whatever you feel like, you can just paste that or enter that, submit that, and it will show. You can add 4 words. We can also customize them. I request you to mark that. So how this Mentimeter works is you can just like a slideshow or a PPT, you can have a slide wise interactive models for live interaction with students. Like this particular have I have tried to put various segments, various aspects like which can be here. For example, 4 people are here. I can see now. I can see. So whenever you submit it, this will make a word cloud. Okay, and the teacher uh, moves towards that to the next question or not, and you can also. So this is a word cloud. So how do you feel after today's session? It will be reflected here, or you can have different questions. So like how clear and understandable was the content of the presentation? When I did this in my system, that the question will automatically be shifted towards that question in your devices also, in the participants devices also. Okay, so just like this will be creating a donut of percentage, like how many have done that. Okay, so was the information about free technology tools helpful to your for your teaching practice? You can just rate that based out of 10, or you can skip or something like that only. And which part of the presentation did you find most valuable or engaging? You can just write anything here. So it will be reflected like this. I won't take much time as we are having a scheduled. Okay, so I have tried to incorporate all the different type of graphs this Mentimeter software makes, or it have different type of like you can rate each of the segment. The lesson made sense to me. You can have an few of the, so it will make a web. It will make a web just like this. Someone have responded. Okay, how much useful it will be. So as per the count, it will go like this. So for teaching, it will be used. Or such. These are just the examples. Okay. Overall, you can have a bar or some kind of chart prepared for Mentimeter. This is a free software. You can customize it for your classroom instruction and for your teaching practice. You can have a leaderboard from here, such as the set results or timer. Also, we can put each of the slide we can assess. The overall report we will be getting, manage results, view results. We will be getting the overall report. If I have to have that exported in Excel sheet, we can do that also. Okay, so this was about Mentimeter. A quick response to like how to make a QR. So whenever we go to Google, link to QR, just type that, and this is very fascinating website. I found that me-QR. So going towards here, you can put a link. Like I have put a link, and link name is like assessment, and category you can do. So customize and download. So there are plenty of templates, readily available templates. So I will be choosing like I will be choosing this one. Apply. And in the right of your screen, this will be a QR. You can customize it as per the things here, visible here, from design to the color contrasts and the quality. Okay, so this was a basic tutorial for you, and we can say we missed a few things such as how to make a blog or a website. I was planning to do that from wordpress.com. It was open here, how to make a website, create your own domain or blogging. But I think it's high time uh, if it's scheduled. Yeah. So this was all for today from my side. If you have any query or anything you want to ask specifically about any specific component of today's uh, tool, we can have that. The coordinators can take over and facilitate the Q&A round if we have any query. Okay, we don't have.
Binny teacher.
Dr. Suneet, if
Ah,
you are there. Yeah.
Binny teacher. Hello. Binny
Hello.
teacher. Avani.
Yes, sir.
vote of thanks.
Sir, I would like to invite Julia for the vote of praise.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Everyone. Good evening, everyone. This is Julia. It is my privilege and honor to propose the vote of thanks for today's thought-provoking and highly relevant webinar on technology unskilled of educators and teacher educators. First and foremost, I extend our deepest gratitude to our eminent speaker, Mr. Vaibhav Verma, research scholar, Department of Educational Studies, Jamia Milla Islamia University, for sharing his invaluable insights and perspectives. Your presentation not only highlighted the urgent challenges faced by educators in adapting to modern digital tools, but also provided us with practical pathways and reflections on how we can bridge this technological gap, sir. Learning about technological tools for improving the teaching learning experience was very informative for us. Thank you, sir. I also extend my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Sunil Kumar sir, for facilitating this webinar, and Mrs. Binny Mary Matthew, program convener, for her support throughout. I thank all the students who actively participated in today's session and made it a great success. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.